Hello everybody and a warm welcome to my channel Tarot by Izabela. I hope you're all doing great and that you had a wonderful Christmas and a very happy New Year. Today's video will be a global prediction video and I'm gonna look into the year 2023, if there are any special big events coming up in this year, and I will look into a global perspective. So I will try to see if I can find some information on the planet Earth here, if there is anything big to expect this year or what is going on. And to do this video, I'm going to use my crystal ball, my tarot cards, oracle cards, and some dice. And this video is a little bit different from the other ones, since I will not be concentrating on just one area. As I said, it's global. So I will try to, especially when I do the tarot cards, maybe in section, like Europe, Africa, Northern Asia, Southern Asia, North America, South America. I will try to divide the map in 6 pieces and try to see on each piece if there is anything I can find, what will be going on. And I cannot guarantee that your country will come up. I never know in advance what kind of information I will be receiving, and hopefully it will come some good news for wherever place you live. And for those who are new to my channel, reading with the crystal ball, just gonna make a short explanation. For this reading I'm gonna use my quartz crystal ball. And quartz crystal are good energy conductor, and they catch the energy that is already there and transmit it to a receiver, in this case me. And I can receive the information as something I hear, something I feel, see, smell or touch. And whatever information will come, I will tell you. And those other 2 crystal balls. This one is a fluorite crystal ball, and that will help in this session to ground the information and to balance up things, so it will be like some kind of balanced and healing information. And the amethyst crystal ball, this is this one, that will help catch events, action, what is really going on. And hopefully I'm gonna find some good information for you out there. And before I begin, I need to concentrate a little bit on my crystal ball and to call on the powers, the forces to be with us, so we can get as good and accurate information as possible. So just give me a moment and soon we will begin. Before, I need to put my glasses on, and let's see if we can start now and see what information can come up here. The first thing I see, it's for Germany. And I see a smaller revolution in Germany. The people will protest enormously. And this is due to the possibility to join the conflict between country R and country U. And a lot of people, I see them very angry. They don't want to be involved in this conflict, and they just want to have their life in peace and not be some kind of foot soldiers for US. There will be a lot of protests, could even be riots. When? Yes, it's in the dark period of the year, meaning January, February, March. So sometime during these 3 months, riots, a lot of protests due to the conflict between country R and country U. Even if they are pushed into this conflict with weapons, I see like many soldiers, or they will desert, or they will just lay down their arms and say, no, 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 this is not what I signed up for. A lot of panic in their political leadership. And it seems like during a period the people will have to take care of themselves. They have no real government or nobody really to rely on. A little bit the law of the jungle. And in this conflict, I also see like France will want to join Germany, that part of Germany that don't want to enter a conflict. And like the people in France also have enough of everything that has happened lately. And during a period, borders in France could be closed. So the springtime, I will try to look a little bit in the springtime, what I see big events here first. More and more military troops are gathering around the country R's border. But there are troops that will fight with the country R, not against the country R. And it seems like the troops of NATO will get more cold feet, like hesitations. Shall we really provoke the bear more, or shall we let it go? There'll be internal protest in NATO, and that is during this winter months and spring. Now I see Central Africa, a country that lies in central of Africa. And like they drill for something, and they find like an enormous underwater, a lake that is under the earth. And it's so big and it contains so much water. and it will be like a big surprise. How is it possible, so much water in this place? I see like they will start to pump up water from that underground lake. And in certain parts in Central Africa, thanks to that water, it will be much greener. I cannot say exactly when, but could be in the middle of 2023. For the United States, it will be a very restless year. A lot of things will happen. The Twitter files will reveal one scandal after another. And a lot of politicians will resign or be put out of office. The current leader in US, the old man, I see his chair empty, probably in February. Cannot say for sure. You have to remember a prediction never gives accurate time, it's an approximate. Doesn't matter if I say 3 months, 6 months, it's still an approximate. If a vision is stronger, then it's more likely to occur during that time frame. As I said, the old man, the leader, he will not be in office. It will be some strange excuse that leadership gives why he is not there or why he cannot be found. And the stand-in they don't really have more stand-ins that look like GB. Could be that this year, during some period of time, big unrest in the US. Not a civil war, but could be at the border to a civil war. Like people will have enough, and more people will wake up to what is really going on in the country, and they will not take it anymore. Illinois and Chicago could be early spring, late winter. I see a lot of riots there. I see burning cars, people with like baseball trees on the street, screaming, very angry, smashing things. I get a very strong feeling at some point, could be this winter or early spring, the military will step in to keep order in the States. And the man who invented a lot of computer programming, virus and antivirus for PCs and computers, but also for humans. BG, we can call him. He will be arrested. And he will be brought in front of some kind of tribunal. But the people in that tribunal, the judges and other that working there, they have uniforms. His sentence will not be kind or small. There is a certain doctor in the States that also have had a finger in a lot of strange medicines and recommendations, and he liked during a period to torture little puppies, and that is documented. I don't think he will have the chance maybe to stand in front of a tribunal. Could be that he will have a heart attack or something will happen to him before before he can stand in front of a tribunal. The Yellowstone National Park, the ground below there is one supervolcano, will be very restless, will be moving. But still I don't see like a big eruption that could be catastrophic for the whole planet. I don't see that happen. But I see like small something will happen, but not a big eruption. In the States will also be some kind of airplane accident. And it's dark when it happens. And it's a passenger airplane. It's a lot of people on it. I don't see it crashing, but it will have a lot of problems, so it will be like an emergency landing. And some people could be hurt in that landing, but most of the people will be able to leave this airplane without major injuries. Of course, it's a traumatic experience, so a lot of fear and trauma after that, but still they will be alive. And it's a big airplane, more than 240 passengers. Regarding Brazil and their new leader, he will be in so-called office for a couple of weeks more, could be 1-2 months, then he will be replaced with the one who really won that selection. On the south end of South America, far south, some kind of independent expedition for the Antarctica will gather. And I see ships from different countries, and they will leave for Antarctica to see what is really going on. And there is no way to stop this expedition, and this expedition could be the one that will reveal what is really going on in Antarctica. Since at the moment there are a lot of secrets and nobody is really allowed to enter. Why? Nobody wants to tell. But there will be an independent expedition. And on this expedition, some kind of media reporters that are not to the mainstream. They are open and frank and really will report what is going on. Two major media stations will be permanently closed in the US. Could be May, June or July. They will not be allowed to send any news anymore. In Peru, there will be some revealings about some ancient, could be Inca, could be some textures, some findings that has been hidden. It has been found a long time ago. Some artifacts, some pieces that is very, very controversial to what we know about the original people in South America. And due to it's so original and that it crushes a lot of the main stream history about South America, it has been hidden. And that will come up and people will be, why didn't we know about this? In Hawaii, could be another eruption from a volcano. And the original people of Hawaii, they will try to remember their roots. And I see like them making offerings to that volcano. Not in people, it's more like prayers, flowers, offering to calm that down. And it seems like more and more people want to learn more about the original traditions of the people in the Hawaii, Maui and Pacific Islands. For every day the country are growing stronger. The more they try to defeat country R, the stronger country R gets. And country R will have support from many other countries around the planet. Of course not the West, but there are more countries on this planet than just the Western countries. And more countries will like join the big bear against the West in this conflict. It's a matter of weeks, it's a matter of couple of months at the most, and the conflict between the country R and the country U is over. It looks like the country U will be divided in smaller pieces. And as a nation, really, it has never defined its borders. It was not really a nation in that sense. I see it split. And the Scandinavian countries, Norway, Finland, Sweden, Denmark, they will be a little bit in shock what will happen during these following months with the country U, because the mainstream have the last year or from day one of the conflict stated that country R is losing. Oh, they have not support. The leader is weak. The leader is dying. When things comes up that is totally different what have been told in the mainstream, in the papers for a year, people will start asking questions. Yeah. And more of the oil producing countries in the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, all of those countries that produce oil, I see them more want to join the eastern side during this year. Like they will not have, they don't want to have anything more to do with the West. They will, politely, good day and so on, but they will not want to have really big business. I see them joining more with the country or with China, with those countries, and also some countries in Africa and South America. And they have meetings and they have their own deals made up between them. During this year, the country of Iraq will rise from the ashes like the bird phoenix. It has been put into ashes due to people who like war and like their oil for themselves, not for the Iraqi people, and the treasures and their gold and the artifacts. And they left the country in ruins. This year, the country of Iraq will rise, and it's due to finances. Something will happen that it will rise and get strong and powerful. And at the end of 2023, could be also beginning of 2024, a lot of Iraqi people that has been, due to the conflict, refugees in different countries, they would like to return to their homeland. And a lot of reforms that is beneficial for the Iraqi people will come into practice. I see also China divided. Like a good China and a bad China. And the good China, because not everyone is completely bad, or someone could be completely bad, but normally you cannot say that every Chinese person or every Russian person are evil. There are of course good and bad people in every country. But I'm talking more about the leadership in China. A good evil leadership and a good leadership. The evil ones, I see them crumbling down, not having that power they had before. And a lot of revelations what has really going on in China around that illness, and what is really the reason for that illness. And it's not what we have been told, it will be a totally different reason, will come out. And it will not be through whistleblowers, it will be on official news of China. And that will be the sign that there has been a lot of cleaning done in their leadership or high position people. In Japan, and that will be 4 or 5 months from here, April, May, something like that. Also corrupt politicians will be arrested. And people are very polite in Japan, but to a certain limit there too. And there will be also a lot of protests there. In Australia and New Zealand, during the following 6 months, big changes in leadership, in politics, and a lot of military. It's like a new start for Australia. No more mandates, no more dictatorship. Deep dark secret about a certain Miss G. Inda in New Zealand will be revealed, and that will be shocking for many. And this person, I would call just Inda a person, why and how and who that person is will be revealed this year, and that person will not be in office. On the western coast of Africa, there are a lot of countries. Gambia, Senegal, Guinea Equatorial, Nigeria, and so on. It goes down many countries. In almost all the western countries on the western part of Africa, I see a lot of unrest this year, especially in the beginning of this year. People protesting, people want to have change, people not like they had enough, and like they had enough of the Western world. More independence. Like they need us more than we need them. Around the whole globe, I see a lot of winds of change during this year. It will be a lot of storms, it will be a lot of thunders, and that is symbolically. Could be also, not symbolically actually, but let's begin with the symbolic storms. Changes, new regimes, new laws, new people, truth coming out, the deep state is crumbling. And before it's removed completely, it will fight to the bitter end. Big tribunals are waiting in Nuremberg style. But I don't see it now, I see it more in summertime. It must be more cleaning up before they can come into practice. Who is behind the 17 letter in the alphabet will also be revealed this year. When we reach autumn and winter 2023 this year, a lot of things have calmed down. It's time to rebuild the society. A lot of unrest on the financial side, banks crashing everywhere. W, E, and F will not exist anymore. And the leader, well, let's call him Schwabi. He will not be there. You can have all the money, power in this world, but when your time is there and you have to, pay for your actions, then it's nothing you can do. When we reach end of the year, autumn, winter, many new not new, it has been there a lot, new technology, and that is very beneficial for humanity, will be released. New medicine that is not harming your body, that is really healing your body, not pharmaceutical medicine that takes away one symptom but gives you 10 more. It's different kind of medicine that heals, really heals. Could be October, could be November next year. The extraterrestrial interference on this planet Earth will be revealed. Could be that they show themselves openly, or that different governments have to reveal secret information about their collaboration with extraterrestrial life forms. This year could be a lot of, executions of people who love to harm the little ones in different horrible ways. And a lot of rings that are trafficking will be destroyed completely. I don't see a military takeover on every country on this planet, but in many, yes. For some time, the military have to enter and keep order. Mm. Well, that's what I could see in this crystal ball. And now I'm gonna take some tarot cards and see if I can get some additional information about this year, 2023. I just need to shuffle them a little bit more, just a little bit before we begin. So now I take 3 cards of the northern part of Americas. That is also including Canada and North America. 3 on the southern part. 3 on Europe. 3 on Africa. 3 on Asia and Russia. You can call China and Australia. Yeah. 6 parts. It's a little bit difficult to cover every country in a not too long reading. But I will do my best and try to catch the information that is out there. And some dice. So let's see here. Northern Americas. We have the sun, release, your ex, and masks. It will be a difficult period for North America. That is also included Canada. They will suffer a lot of financial backdrop. The US dollar is going down. It's really going down this year. And it could make a lot of people lose a lot of money. There will be an option that is coming. One is the QFS and the other one is the central bank digital system. And people have to figure out which of them will be surveillance, super control, and financial prison, and which of them gives you liberty. But during a period it will be very tough in Canada and US. A lot of people will move. Could also be a lot of people will lose their homes. And it will go to a point that they cannot go on anymore. So that's why it could be some kind of civil war scenario, but not a real civil war. More people protesting. In Canada, the one who's sitting in power, who has the mask on, the clown mask, the fool, Everyone knows who that is. He will be released. He will not be in power anymore. This is the hardship is during a period of time. It will not continue for so long, because when we reach spring, when we reach summertime, it's like many things has been fixed, and the people can relax again or try to rebuild their countries. The southern border will be closed during this year. Let's see the south here. And the north will feel betrayed of the south, because many South American countries will, you can say, kind of flirt with the country R and the other side, not with the US, but on the other side. And US will feel betrayed by many South American countries. And it's like they are gonna look for what is best for their country, not what is best for the US. Could be salty tears. And also there are so much corruption in every country on this planet. In South America too. And there will also be some kind of cleaning in the corruptions. I cannot promise a paradise within this year, but definitely big changes on many places. And in many countries in South America, when maybe poor kids, or kids with poor parents didn't have enough money to go to school, and there will be a lot of new rules to make it more easy for the kids to go to school. What do we have here for Europe? Retreat. The warmongering part of the world, who wants to push many European countries into the conflict with the country R, will not really succeed with that goal. Because I see a lot of European countries would say no, they retreat. We don't want to have anything to do with this. And it will be discussions in many European countries. In every country, people will rise questioning why. And it's like, no, they don't want to feel. This is a guy tied to a chair with the hands in the back. They don't want to be tied down, controlled by that side, war, that side who wants war. Because we people, we want to live in peace with normal people. We don't want war, we don't want fights, we don't want that billions and trillions should be wasted on weapons when it could be not wasted, when it could be there for the people, with housing, with help, and make so many countries flourish. Everything is really, the scale is like this. And people will start protest in many countries in Europe. Like, no, you're not gonna tie us down anymore. And that is also probably the EU will start crumbling when one country after another will say bye-bye. Let's see here what we have for Africa. The African countries are many times forgotten, since all the focus is on US, on Europe, on country R. But the continent has so much to offer, has so much riches, and there are so many countries there. During this year, there will be more focus on African countries. And the Africans in their own country, because there are many, they will like, no, we don't want more of your interference. We don't want more of your colonial attitude. We are proud people. This is our country. If we sell our natural resources, it will be on our conditions, not on yours. So there is big changes going on in many African countries this year. And many African countries will flourish, where there have been a lot of poverty, they have been extremely used and abused. Many of those countries will begin to flourish this year. Let's see here. China, Russia. What is going on there? Yeah. The conflict will continue a little bit more. Also, between country R and country U. Conflicts going on in Russia. There will be conflicts also on the Pakistani and Indian border. But it will not lead to big bloody conflicts with atomic weapons and a lot of destruction. They will try to push it, the evil side, but they will not succeed, because there are more good-hearted people in every country than evil people. And they will put a stop into this. I cannot promise you a peace, total peace between those two countries this year, but it will be more, at the end of the year, a more stable situation. At the end of the year, there will also be changes in Afghanistan with their leadership, religious leadership. The leaders will be changed out and will be more reforms. It will not be so strict as it is today. Those who want to follow, follow. Those who doesn't want to follow, don't have to follow. Let's see here on Australia and calling a soulmate and restrictions. All the restriction that has been put on Australia, Indonesia, New Zealand, they will go away. People will be told the truth that they have been living in an illusion. And it's like they'll be going round and round on a carousel. Yeah. And being told a lot of BS. Some kind of military intervention is almost certain in Australia and New Zealand. And that will be to keep order, but also when truth comes out, people can get quite angry and quite mad. And some kind of order will be there. Well, let's take some last cards. Now I just want to take globally some final words. I didn't see any nuclear war or Armageddon-like scenario when we all go up in flames, asteroid or whatever. No, there will be conflicts, but there will also be solutions for those conflicts. Let's gather that together here. Let's take some final words on global prediction. And I want to see what outcome we will have at the end of the year. Will there be even more problems, or will things settle down so people can finally begin to live a good life that are meant to be for us here? Some final words for global prediction. What will be the outcome? And some dice. We have a magic wand, travel and sleeping. This could be the one, and the sun. Yeah. They are very positive cards. I really get excited. It's very nice to see this. The outcome of what will be going on during this year will be the death on the devil. So a lot of evilness, a lot of real bad, disgusting, creepy, horrible, people and situation will disappear, will be no more. Until the end, these evil people will try to bribe, will try to buy their way out, but it will not be possible. The sleepy ones who really don't want or cannot see or are under hypnosis, they will wake up, they will get enlightenment, they will also see the truth. And this word of enlightenment, the word of truth, will travel all around the world. Could be some kind of EAS, EBS, Global Alert System, but everybody will know. Nobody can say we didn't know, because it will be up your face with total proof. The outcome of this year. There will be work to do to try to rebuild this world, to rebuild the trust, rebuild a lot of things. But we also have the card of love, that love will win at the end. And we have the card of family, and that is the cat and the dog sleeping together in front of a fireplace. And it's peaceful and it's harmonious. And that means that people from different countries will lay aside their differences and try to be friends and try to communicate and interfere with each other in a very peaceful and respectful way. So the outcome is not a Armageddon, it's not a total disaster for this planet. It's quite good news, even if though it will be very turbulent on many places, and it will be very strange weather, very cold, very strange weather, and the weather manipulation machines will also come to the open, and people will know what has been done to the atmosphere and why the weather has been so strange. And all this seems like it will come out this year, what is behind everything. Yeah. Well, that was what I could see for the global prediction 2023. And if you liked what you have seen, please don't forget to press like button, share button, and subscription button. And if, for example, something what I've said would occur in your country, you could, if you like, please put a comment down below in the comment section to share the information with others. Because still we have the mainstream and they are not really doing their job, and it could be nice to get some first-hand info from a person on the spot. And to all of you wonderful, beautiful viewers, be strong, don't give up, help each other, stay safe, and things will get better. Even if it looks dark, the sun will shine through. That is for sure. And better times are waiting ahead. So to all of you, wish you all the best, a lot of blessings, and hopefully we're gonna see each other soon again. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.